Welcome to my review of the latest film by Aneesh Chaganty, who a few years ago brought us Searching, this time Running. What the fuck was that? This time starring Sarah Paulson and newcomer Kyra Allen in one of the best thrillers of the year. Let's talk about it. We follow a homeschool teenager who begins to suspect her mother is keeping a dark secret from her. Before we crack on with this review, I want to know your thoughts. Have you seen Running, or are you excited for it? Have you seen Searching? Are you a fan of this director? Let me know all of that in the comments, because the most important part, as always, is for you to start a conversation. And if you're new here, please consider clicking that subscribe button, because it helps me. It helps the channel. Something else that's new and helps the channel is the merch stores that I have now on TeePublic and Redbubble, so go check those out as well. Links in the description. Now, the director of this film just broke into the stratosphere when he put out Searching 2 years ago, starring John Cho, a film that I really enjoyed, a film that I thought was really tense, and as creative as it was with its format of everything being shot through a computer screen, it was also very limited due to that. But here it feels very much like he has no bounds, and thankfully it feels very much like he has no shackles on him either as a filmmaker, due to now being a part of a big studio. He relentlessly focuses on suspense and tension in this film. This is one of those films where it feels very much like you're trapped with this character. Even though she's not indoors 100% of the time, and even in the scenes where everything seems to be going right, in the scenes near the beginning, for instance, before the tension starts to build and to amount on top of what was built before, every single moment in this film, it feels like you're in this very small room and the walls are starting to close in and you can hear the ticking of a clock. Because every move that each of these characters make, both the daughter and the mother, feels like it could just set everything in motion and have all the dominoes, the proverbial figurative dominoes, falling off. And Sarah Paulson is sensational in this film. She is one of the best actresses working today. I don't think that's a secret to anyone. And she can play very much someone that is vulnerable. She can play innocent very well. She can play kind-hearted, and she can play someone who is a very warm presence. But then as the film starts to unfold, as secrets start to come into the light, you see another side to her performance, a side that is very dark, that is very manipulative, and that is honestly sick and twisted, and she revels in it as well. She is really, really great. As the film unfolds, as you start to understand more of this character, she starts to add nuances to her performance that really enhance it. And Kyra Allen is fantastic. I have never seen it in anything before, but as far as I know, she is also paraplegic, so she plays this character so well. And again, without spoiling anything, when secrets and certain reveals come into the light, she as well adds nuances to her character that make you see her performance and her entire character in such a different light. And I'm such a huge fan of what she adds to her character due to her own experience in real life. The score in this film is also one of the best I have heard this entire year. It heightens and enhances every scene, whether it's the booming tracks or whether it's the more subtle ones when you're just slowly watching a scene unfold and not sure of which directions it's going to go. There's a particular scene where Chloe, the girl, goes to a pharmacy, and every single second of that scene I was hooked. I didn't want it to end. That's just it. I was in that scene and I was white knuckled. And there are so many scenes like that in this film. It really speaks to the power of Aneesh to hold the tension, hold the suspense, and make you feel so much in the moment with these characters. As far as issues are concerned, this film felt like it was going to be in my top from the first act into the second and very well into the ending of the second act. However, the third act is when things start to, okay, you're playing with conveniences now. It's not one of those things that it ruins the film. I don't suddenly hate this movie. This is a really, really good movie. There are just a few conveniences and a few cracks on the structural wall of this film that start to show in the third act. And I'm also not a big fan of the ending. I think the direction that it goes into and how it ends, like the last scene, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, personally. Again, it's not something that ruins the film. It's not something that I'm actively against. I understand why they went that route. I understand why characters would go that route. I just wasn't very much into it. But Run, again, Jesus Christ! Run is one of the best thrillers of the year. If I might recommend a double feature, this with Possessor, it's some of the best suspense I have seen in the past 5 years, and I relish in it. If not for anything else, the performances of our two main leads in this film make this 90-minute thrill ride worth it. I'm giving Run a B+. Now, what did you think of Run, my beautiful geekies? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. That is the most important part of every review, is for you to start the conversation. And again, if you are new here, please consider clicking the subscribe button, because it really helps me, it helps the channel. And if you're old, click the like, share with your friends, bring them on over, and check out the fire merch stores on the description. I have more videos coming soon, so I hope to see you there. And until then, stay beautiful, stay geeky, and most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.